All right, guys, this is what we've been waiting for when it comes to big updates on DECAPOLICE and potentially even a brand new Yokai watch, because we have a confirmed time and date for Level 5's new Vision event. But before we get into that, what's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my Nintendo Switch and RPG videos first. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the Level 5 Vision event, because they will be hosting this Level 5 Vision 2024 to the world's children on September 24th at 21 JST. The company has announced that Inazuma 11 Victory Road Beta Tournament Finals, and you'll be able to watch it on YouTube. I will also be streaming as well. September 24th, 21 JST. I think that is the morning time. That's 5 a.m. PT, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So just like the Nintendo Direct that we had recently, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we will be up bright and early, ready to go to stream this event. So I'm very excited about that. So look forward to waking up early with me, at least on the 24th. I'm looking on my calendar, and that is going to be a Tuesday for us. So I will be up bright and early to get you guys ready on that. And that's in about 1, 2, 3 weeks. So plenty of time to get ready. Make sure that you have plans so you can check out that, because it looks like there's going to be some awesome stuff revealed. But let's get into some of the games, and then we'll talk about the big ones here with DECAPOLICE and what I think could be a massive new RPG with Yokai Watch. So, Inazuma 11 Victory Road, a release date and new gameplay systems will be announced. According to Level 5 President and CEO Akihiro Hino, quote, "There's a new system with a major impact that is yet to be announced," adding that there will be, quote, "some information that will definitely surprise everyone." All right, so look forward to that to all my Inazuma 11 fans. Next up is the game that was recently delayed, and that is Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. And we're going to get an update on the release timing that will be announced. The game was recently delayed from October 10th to an unannounced date, so we're going to see about that. And then the one that I'm super excited about, DECAPOLICE, which we'll talk about in just a bit. There will be new information, new footage, and maybe release date details. We'll have to wait and see on DECAPOLICE. That's the game that I know so many people are waiting for. Next up is an update on Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, which is actually surprisingly looking close to its 2025 release date that they gave all those months ago, when we're like, oh man, it's all the way till 2025. That's crazy for the Nintendo Switch, but we're already kind of closer to that at this point, so time flies. And then this is the game that I think that could be Yokai Watch. They state that there's going to be a completely new title, so I don't think it's going to be Yokai Watch 4. I think it's going to be a brand new Yokai Watch based off of what they teased at the last event. Now, additionally, Level 5 announced that Inazuma 11 Victory Road Manager AI mode will be playable at Tokyo Game Show 2024, which will run from September 26th to the 29th at the Makuhari Messe, Chiba, Japan. The mode will allow you to become the manager, develop characters, create your own team, and control matches by giving instructions. So yeah, they've been working on this one for quite some time. Inazuma 11, there was like a beta, or there's like a demo that you can play right now at this point. Not necessarily my type of game, but I get it for people who like the soccer or football, Sims, anime type of game. Then it's definitely for you. RPG elements in there as well. Nice story. So if you're into that, definitely look forward to it. But let's talk about DECAPOLICE, because that's the game that I know a lot of you guys want to hear more of an update on. So originally announced back, I think in early 2023, this game has had various delays. It was supposed to come out 2023, then it was supposed to come out 2024. We got an update on it on Tokyo Game Show last year in 2023. For many people, it was the game of the show, and they had a playable build of it. They revamped the combat system from what they first showed in the trailer, so they definitely revamped a number of things, and people have been waiting on an update since then. It seems like the scope of the game, based off of what Akihiro Hino said in the last time when they delayed it, like, hey, they're trying to increase the density of these cities. They're trying to make more locations. They're trying to flesh out the content and all of that. And this is just speculation on my end, but they essentially probably had a solid game that was good, but was missing a lot of the in-depth content that you know from Level 5. So if you've played like Ni no Kuni, for example, if you've played Dark Cloud, these type of games are rich with nice side content and world building aspects that take the game to the next level for many of the fans of Level 5 titles and RPGs. I'm guessing this game was a bit skim on that. So they really need to flesh out the different areas. They need to make sure that it had a lot of side quests and worlds and different things to do, and just make an overall better game. Now, there is a theory. I'm going to go over this just a bit. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it like it's fact or anything. But there is a theory that they wanted to delay this to where the Nintendo Switch 2 would be announced. It is highly speculation at this point, considering that Tokyo Game Show is at the end of this month. Nintendo pushed up their usual Nintendo Direct, and they combined it with the Indie World Showcase, which they've never done. They usually do one month and one the other month, but they put them together and just scrunched it into August. So something tells me that they're clearing out room there. Obviously, you've got a host of Japanese developers that have dev kits, that have games. And I think these developers are going to have to at some point talk about their Nintendo Switch 2 games or their next projects. So I do feel that it's very possible that Level 5 said, hey, let's wait till around Tokyo Game Show. It's going to get us more publicity with that. Maybe the Nintendo Switch 2 will be announced. Obviously, if you can have Professor Layton, the New World of Steam, say Switch and Switch 2, backwards compatibility, whatever the case is, there'll be some updates, or even Fantasy Life, or some of these other games, DECAPOLICE. I think that would be really good, especially DECAPOLICE. I think that game has so many Nintendo fans really excited to play it on the Nintendo Switch. But if you have a Switch successor version as well, that would be interesting. So once again, this is just speculation on my end. I don't know if it's going to happen, but they delayed this thing out. Like, it was supposed to happen a number of months ago. It was supposed to be like early summer. They're supposed to have this event. I forgot exactly when they first announced this Level 5 Vision event 2024, but they delayed this thing months at this point. It skipped all pretty much summer till the very end, right? To the very end of summer. So I do think that there might be something tying that back to the Nintendo Switch 2. So we'll see if there is some type of announcement from Nintendo when it comes to the Switch 2. So that does open the floodgates a bit for some of these games to say, yeah, we're going to have Switch 2 versions, or it's going to launch on there, or we're planning something for Nintendo's next system. Because right now, developers can't say anything. But when it comes to DECAPOLICE, man, I'm super excited. Whether it's Switch or Switch 2 or PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, I'm picking up multiple copies of the game. I'm definitely going to get a Switch copy of the game, and I'm definitely getting a PlayStation 5 copy of the game. I think that DECAPOLICE is going to be awesome, and they're going to show us a lot of good stuff with DECAPOLICE. I think they're going to take us out of that city as well. They showed some concept art for some of the other locations last time at one of their other Vision events when they announced their delays. So yeah, it's very exciting to see what they could potentially be doing with DECAPOLICE and just how expansive this game is going to be, because Level 5 has a super high standard. If you're looking at stuff like Ni no Kuni, if you're looking at Dark Cloud, if you're looking at the games that they make, man, they don't release games very often, but their standard and quality is very good. So I'm guessing that they want to make sure that they live up to that. Plus, this is a brand new IP, man. Like, you don't have many shots with a brand new IP. This is like your one chance to really get people in and get people hooked with this. So you have to make sure that you get it right, because if people see that the game is bad, if it's a low rated game and people aren't liking it, that pretty much cooks your franchise, and all the work that you've done over the years making this new IP and building out the characters and the voice acting and all of that, it's all down the drain if you don't have a very good launch. So make sure everything's good, make sure there's no bugs and glitches, make sure it's a solid game that's going to review well, play well, and fans are going to be excited, and it's going to live up to the quality that your company is known for. So no shortcuts there. So I think that's what's going to happen with DECAPOLICE. Now let's talk about this completely new title here, because Yokai Watch is something that people absolutely feel could happen. They did seem to tease it at the last Vision event with that Yokai that was there. So they're saying maybe that could be a thing. And honestly, listen, guys, Level 5, I mean, they weren't put on the map because of Yokai Watch, but Yokai Watch made Level 5 into a powerhouse overall when it comes down to it. Those funds and what they made off of Yokai Watch definitely fueled a lot of things for that company and their ambition. Unfortunately, they made a mistake when it comes to Yokai Watch 4. And I know that they were kind of burning the Yokai Watch franchise out with some of the spin-offs and other things, and it never really took off here in the West. But I think that the biggest mistake that they made was turning it into an action RPG and completely killing the momentum that they could have had coming off of what the gameplay was in Yokai Watch 2. That was their big, huge hit. Yokai Watch 3 was also a hit too, but Yokai Watch 2 did so well, and I think that wasn't the time to try something completely different. You probably should have done that with a spin-off or a side game. Changing it to that action RPG was not the move, and clearly they paid the price for that, because Yokai Watch was a multi-million selling franchise in Japan by itself on the Nintendo 3DS, and Yokai Watch 4 completely flopped on the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation system. So I do feel that they're going to go back to form here with Yokai Watch, this new one. Maybe it's Yokai Watch 5. I think that could be it. And I think that if this game is going to have massive success, not only do they have to evolve the formula that they have with Yokai Watch 2 and what people loved about that game, they need to make sure that they get all of the other stuff. So if they're going to have some like anime, or if they're going to have some like different stuff that they're going to do with that, plushies, toys, all that good stuff, have all that ready, but also have a plan ready for the West. They never have a plan ready for Yokai Watch, but I think that in order to truly drive that type of hype for the game, I think that they have to have some type of like, okay, even if it's not day and date, you have to say, okay, we've got a confirmed localization. Here's some actual footage of the English version or the Western version of the game. You can't do it where it's just Japan at first. I think that that will not drive as much interest to the game. So I'm really hoping that they kind of take some cues from some of the failures that they had with Yokai Watch 4 and really build out this next Yokai Watch. Once again, this is all hypothetical if they do announce this, and really build out this next Yokai Watch game, because I think a lot is riding on this slate of games. DECAPOLICE and Professor Layton and whatever this new title is, all of that, if that doesn't do well, I don't know where level 5 is going to be. They can definitely be in a little bit of trouble and might need assistance from something else if they don't want to get shut down, because they really haven't produced anything in terms of anything substantial in a while. It's been a bit since their last big hit. So I do feel that these games, this slate of games like DECAPOLICE, all this stuff that they're investing millions of dollars into, need to be hits here, especially DECAPOLICE, and of course this brand new title. We know that Professor Layton already carries a certain set install base, so you're going to get those sales from the game, but DECAPOLICE, they're investing so much into that game, and this completely new title, which I'm guessing it's Yokai Watch, but maybe it's something else. I'm guessing they're investing into that one, and it's going to be something exciting as well. So we'll see what happens with all of this. I'm excited to watch this level 5 vision event with you guys. Remember, we are going to be streaming these shows, so let me know what you guys think about DECAPOLICE and everything. But I did want to go over one more thing with you guys, just because I thought it was pretty cool, and we'll probably talk about it more in my live stream or maybe even a separate video. But we did get some more information about The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom from PAX West. Now, in this demo that people were playing, there were a couple things that people did note. Nintendo over on Twitter did confirm that The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom has both normal and hero difficulty in the game. Now, on hero difficulty, you'll take up to 2 times damage and hearts won't drop. Also, some accessory effects won't be applied. So there's definitely a harder mode, a harder difficulty for people out there, because these top-down 2D Zelda games tend to be a bit easier than even the mainline normal console games, but even then, some of the console games can be a bit easier as well. So I really like the fact that they're giving you hero mode from the beginning, and it's something that Nintendo definitely needs to do with all of their games. Like, we need to have the harder difficulties unlocked from the beginning, which they usually do for a lot of their games. Sometimes they don't, but yeah, give me that on any Zelda game. Give me the hero mode, or at least give me areas that are super hard, like the depths area. Like that place, I got cooked a number of times. But for games like this, absolutely hero mode is very, very good to have unlocked from the very beginning. We also got information from people that were playing the game at PAX West that there really wasn't any frame drops at all. For those who don't know, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening was notorious for having some frame sputtering. Like, it wasn't a locked 30, they went above 30 frames per second, but it would kind of jitter all over the place at times, especially when you were scrolling screens. So it seems like that has been taken away, although there was no confirmation whether it was going to be 30 frames per second or 60. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But from what people are saying there, it's a smooth gameplay experience, much smoother than what we got with Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So that's definitely good news. And if you look at the gameplay drop that we got recently from the trailer with the sword fighter form and all the other things when it comes to the dungeons and all of that, man, this game is looking like it's going to be a lot better than maybe what some expected. So what do you guys think overall about everything that we discussed from the level 5 vision event, DECAPOLICE, potential new Yokai watch, and of course, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch and RPG videos right here on screen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.